Good evening and welcome to the broadcast here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. I'm a voice you don't hear anymore. I'm Joel McCall alongside me, Nami George, as we are at Swanson Field for soccer tonight. Girls soccer as the Central Riverhawks battle with the Logan Luther Rangers, as it is a co-op for Logan. And they are 1-1 on the year, already had 2 matches. Have the Rangers and the Central Riverhawks. Nami, you were there Saturday as the girls got their first win of the season, 4-0. Nice shutout win, too, which, are always important for these teams to get off on a good start. And for the Riverhawks and head coach Joe Cerniak, they only the second match of the year, and I'm actually surprised by that. I said that to you here today. It just feels like their season should be almost at the midway point.
Well, the weather hasn't really cooperated much either, and
that's true.
Coach Cerniak mentioned in his email they haven't been outside very much and trying whatever they can do just to get outside and get on some grass. So a rough start, weather-wise to the spring sports season.
What stuck out to you the most in that 4-0 win?
Well, obviously Grace Wilkerson is a phenomenal soccer player. We knew that coming into the season. But what really impressed me with Central was their defensive back line. And I know that Coach Cerniak had mentioned.
Now they're doing the national anthem.
I better be quiet. It's not very respectful.
Well, I couldn't hear it. I couldn't even hear that the national anthem was going up here in the press box. Well, okay, so you talk about Grace. She had a hat trick.
She had a hat trick, and we know she's a great soccer player, so that wasn't really what I was surprised by. What I was surprised by, though, was the defensive back line for the Riverhawks. I know Coach Cerniak mentioned losing a lot of players to graduation from that defense. They held up really well against a good Stevens Point team, a Division I team in Wisconsin. They kept Laura Lapp pretty clean. I think she had 3 saves.
Yes.
If you can get through a game having your goalkeeper only having to make 3 saves, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
Yeah, Coach Cerniak said in his email today, I thought we did a nice job executing on set pieces, scoring 2 goals. Our defense also stepped up. They have a kid who scored 30 goals last season, and we did a good job keeping them out of the net. We have 3 new starters on defense, and they had a good showing for the first time playing together. Defense is all about communication and the limiting space for your opponent. Did Central kind of showcase that in your mind then, limiting space?
They really did. They shut down the Spash strikers pretty quickly, and Stevens Point did not have a lot of room to maneuver in the offensive side of the field. So, hopefully Central can do that again tonight. Well,
there you go. There's your starters for Logan Luther and their lineup with Charles Nasser as their head coach. They've scored 3 goals on the year as they are sitting at 1-1 for the season. I'm not going to run through all those names.
No, but I'm going to put Central's up there so we can see theirs.
Sounds good. Yep. Logan beat Melrose Mindoro GET 2-0 and then lost to Menominee 1-4. That was on the 7th. And there is the starters then for the Central Riverhawks. Got everybody in there?
Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure I didn't get auto-corrected on any names. They all look good. That got us in the softball game, so now I'm extra cautious to check that.
I understand that. Yep. Central lost 4 captains from a year ago, and stepping up for the leaders is Avery Bossard, Chloe Ackerman, Katie Biondo. And we know from the basketball season that Ackerman and Biondo are just extremely tough kids. They're as tough as anyone in the area. I assume Bossard is similar, and the team just feeds off of that, and clearly that showed Saturday too.
With a nonstop motor. She is just all over the field and got the first goal of the season for the Riverhawks. She's fun to watch. Her and May Yang just are Energizer bunnies.
Yeah, that's Avery that we're talking about with Bossard. And then Grace Wilkerson, as you said, 3 goals over the weekend. How did she do it? That's what I was wondering. So set pieces is what Coach mentioned.
She scored 2 on set pieces, and she scored 1 off of a rebound. So I think it was Bossard that sent it in, and it came right out to Wilkerson right in front of the goal.
Well, there you go. As Bogert over on the far side gets it off to Dale. Dale in attacking for Central. Moved back over to the far side. Might be a throw in or the Wind keeping it in. Ooh, misplayed over there by a Ranger. Hard to see the numbers from that far.
Yes.
Oh, they called it out on Central. Oh, switch that back over.
I was going to say, how could that be out on Central?
I don't know. That time it is, though. And so we'll go back over to Logan. We got a sound check tonight, too. Dana said it would sound good.
Perfect.
So, and you already mentioned it. For practice-wise, Central not really getting on the grass much.
The thing about that, though, Joel, is nobody is. So
Yeah, but that's true.
Yeah, that's even.
Does make it hard to practice, so.
Central had a great set piece. I don't know if you saw it, Joel, but on a free kick, they had Ackerman fake like she was going to kick it. Wilkerson came in from the other side and actually put it in the back of the net. It was fantastic. And Coach Cerniak mentioned that in the pregame. He talked about the set pieces and how well they run it, and we're going to get a chance to see one right here.
Yeah, I was going to say, here's a corner kick for Central. Oh.
They've done that a couple times.
Okay.
They like just handing it off, and there you go.
Yeah, they're going to get Oh, they won't. I thought that was out on the goalie. I thought that was off of Vang. Even I put new contacts in this morning, Nami, and I still can't see some of those numbers. So we'll do our best.
Well, we're looking through plexiglass, too. That doesn't.
I am looking over Anissa's shoulder
There you
sometimes. I'm trying not to get too close to her, though. It's colder over by her, as you said earlier, and she has to be over by the open window. This is Court. Battling. Coming up is Ackerman. Sophie. Pretty good pass. Central controlling things thus far in the early stages against Logan Luther. We're going to break down a few things about Logan Luther and what they accomplished the other night, too. Good chance here by Wilkerson.
Yep.
Blocked on the first attempt towards the middle. And Logan clears. Hustling up on this near side is Hansen. Passes awry, though, and this is Chloe Ackerman.
That was a good job by Logan's defense to shut Wilkerson off. We don't see teams do that very often against her.
Dale, lifted high and very wide. We got to see the very end of the nice, exciting baseball game, too, over on that far side because Logan was battling with Toma tonight and ended up winning.
On a walk-off.
Logan won on a walk-off hit over
down
Toma.
by one going into the seventh, Joel, and able to tie it and then win it on a hit to the fence. Looked like a double.
Yeah, 4-3 was the score heading into the final inning. Far side there's Mei Yang. You said she was fun to watch, too.
She is.
Vang is the one that is the goalkeeper for Logan and handles that well.
Don't know who had the walk-off for Logan. I'm going to guess Czech, and that gives me a 3 out of 9 chance that I'm right.
That's true. You do have a 33 and a third chance to get it correct.
Looked like a swing from Bradley Czech, so.
That's better odds than the lottery.
It is.
Couple of nice passes. Logan trying to control, but taken away by Bossard. Up ahead to Wilkerson. Got it. And offside. Yep. I was wondering about that. Beat everybody there, did Wilkerson, so takes it away. There is a lot happening on Saturday, and if you didn't see on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel, there is a link to softball now, so the games that Nami is not doing, because you know that I can't get to some of these games. It's, again, 4:30, a lot of these start times. This happens to be a night game. It's the only reason I get to be with Nami tonight.
That's right. I'm grateful for it too, Joel.
Oh, I'm sure you are. You didn't say that when I showed up.
I was thinking it.
Attacked by Hayes. Gave it away to Tondola, but Central trying to clear towards midfield. Antanowicz touched it and she is tracking it for Logan Luther over the far side, battling with Dale. Out, and I heard White from up here. So it's a throw-in for Central.
Dale not going to give up on that far side. I mean, she's just it's fun watching her. She just sprints back and forth, and they try to get her out in front of everybody. She's going to get her goals this year with her ability to get down the field so quickly.
Just got to watch that offside.
Yep.
What I was going to mention was that so there is links to softball. You can watch some of those games without Nami's commentary. They will still have the live broadcast, and I think it's even tapped into the scoreboard. So scoreboard there, wherever they are playing. So you'll get a chance to do that. And then for baseball. I know you're doing that, but there also is lacrosse, and we should be hitting their own channel because they'll be out Saturday. They've got a doubleheader out at Notre Dame, and so you'll be able to check that out if we can put a link up somewhere.
Long road trip for the lacrosse team.
Oh, I know.
Green Bay, yeah.
Yeah, but there's no teams around here, Nami.
Yeah,
you got
true.
the whole Cooley region is with lacrosse.
Yep.
There's a couple of really nice passes for Central, but no shots on goal yet. That out of bounds and throw in for Central.
That lacrosse team beat Notre Dame, didn't they? Wasn't that
Yes,
their win?
that was their
Saturday?
win. Yep, that was their win. They're 1-2 on the year. They lost to DeForest.
So maybe a chance to get to 500 on Saturday.
Possibly. Yeah, it's a triangular
Oh, it
again.
is,
They'll
okay.
end up playing 2 games.
Okay.
And I never heard anything about if they're going to end up having another home game or not. And that was blasted by Biondo. Deflected. And
You feel like you could call a lacrosse game now?
a little bit. I don't
Okay.
know necessarily if I could do play-by-play yet, but I did understand a lot of the rules because I just started comparing it to hockey,
There you go.
which Dana does not like when we compare sports. But, I mean, that's really a lot of the rules is somewhat same and being offside. There's just a few offensive touches and things like that are a little bit different. But overall, it's fun to watch. Our second game, I felt so bad because the second half of that game was the best that we had all day, up there 2 weeks ago,
Right.
and yet we didn't have audio because the cord apparently gave out on us while we were there, which then we ended up with a new cord, and everything's working properly now.
Technical goblins got me at the softball game the other night, too. Nisa and I were struggling with technical issues. Although, Joel,
You were off the air.
I was. We weren't even on the air.
think
But I
I know
got
why.
news today, and I got exciting news. The softball field is going to be getting some Wi-Fi at State Road, and so home games should be getting better as soon as the parts come in that they need. The district told me today that they are getting Wi-Fi out there because we were running off of my phone, and so then you're at the mercy of Verizon.
Well, and we knew that. Oh, you even threw them underneath the bus.
They're not a sponsor.
That's true. Good point. Man, I don't like them at all then. No, you were choppy. That's what I think ended up happening was your original signal was so weak you couldn't get on the air.
That could be.
That's my guess.
I blamed it on Nisa.
Well, you can't do that because it's your phone.
Oh, look
Good
out
attack here. Yeah, Wilkerson on the near side. No offside this time. Well, Central gets a chance. Ooh, through some traffic too, but good pickup there by Vang and another save. Logan has not had an opportunity of a shot on goal yet. They only had 3 the other night against Menominee. Got the 1 goal, but that was it. And in fact, Coach Cerniak helped me out because I was searching for anything of that game, and I could not find it. The lone goal was Alicia Hayes. She had a header off of a corner kick. So it was a good set play for them, for the Logan Rangers. That's how they got their goal against Menominee.
I know Logan has not had any opportunities offensively, but defensively right now they're holding up pretty well against Central's attack. Remember, Central has some very prolific scorers on that offensive side of the ball.
Nami, we have seen the prolific scoring of the Riverhawks against the Logan Rangers. I went back. I didn't get to cover a game with you last year for girls soccer. I looked. But 2 years ago, I was there. Remember, it was 11-1.
I remember that.
Last year, it was 8-0 twice.
Yep.
This Riverhawk team has really controlled everything against Logan Lutheran. In fact, in my notes tonight, I said I can't say a lot that I know a lot about Logan Luther, but what I do know is that these games haven't been close. It's 8-0 last year a couple times. The biggest challenge for Logan Luther is to stay in this game within the first half. You simply cannot find yourself trailing quickly. If the Rangers allow a goal or 2 within the first 15 minutes, which we're at 9 minutes right now, it could get out of hand again. They need something positive, whether it's a goal, shots on goal, or even a big defensive stop/save. The confidence can grow from there. That's what I wrote down about Logan Luther tonight, because again, it's not like I saw this team. You don't see this team.
Right.
We might see them once a year. Maybe they'd hook up in a playoff game where you get a chance to call another one, but it happens so few and far between.
I think if you're Logan so far, you're happy with what's
Yes.
happening. I mean, they're doing a nice job defensively
Yeah, I
under
agree.
a lot of pressure.
Correct, because Central is applying all that pressure with a lot happening within the middle.
The time of possession right now, heavily favoring the Riverhawks.
Yeah, this is probably going on about 8 of the 10 minutes at least. That's Bosshard that has controlled a lot within the middle of the scheme for Central too.
Joel, I do have an interview lined up for us after the game.
Nice. Who you got up here? Or do you know?
Elliot Dale said she's going to come.
Okay.
Up, so hopefully she has a good game.
Yes.
Make it even better.
If they don't win, I don't think you'll want to talk to any of them.
I told her only on a win.
Because they'd be really upset.
I told her only on a win.
That's probably a good idea. Mm-hmm. No, that's good. I know that you've been doing so much for spring. I know I can't help you with all these early games and me still at home with my 2 youngins. So.
Well, and school's been so busy, I haven't been able to get the athlete interviews like I like to usually do. So.
Well, and you got your pick of the litter here because you could have lacrosse kids, you could have girls soccer, you could have baseball, softball. There's tennis right now too. I don't know how many boys tennis players there are.
My April is really miserable. It'll get better after April, so I just got to get through April.
Yeah, you leave too.
We leave next week.
Ackerman tracking this down.
How about Josh Buxton stepping up and going to call some games for us next week?
About time he does something. That's out of bounds, but it is off of Logan Luther, and so a throw in for Ackerman.
So we will have doubleheader baseball.
Oh, handball there too, off of Mua.
Doubleheader baseball on Saturday, Joel. First game's at 11.
And you're at Copeland then?
At Copeland, their first home game.
Sounds good. You got a couple of things scheduled for tomorrow, or not for tomorrow, but for next week as well.
Baseball Monday against Logan right over here at the baseball field. Tuesday, softball versus Yes.
But it's a home game.
It's
Just
a home
put it
game
that
on
good.
Alaska.
There
we go. Versus on Alaska.
That'll be a big one.
It will. And then Thursday, Logan Central Baseball again.
You got Homer Buxton on that call for Tuesday, too. So, nothing will be no strike zone.
Well, he's got a daughter on the softball team and a son on the baseball team. So.
Oh, good Lord.
We'll see his professionalism.
Yes. A couple of handballs on Logan Luther and not enough time between. Got to set everything up first. Central will do that with Chloe Ackerman.
Coach Cerniak yelling instructions.
Yes.
Set piece here.
Got it over everybody, but no one there to help out. Good play by Vang. Come out, take care of it. Wind is blowing a little bit too, and that has changed throughout the day. I told Anissa earlier that felt like my walk this morning with Izzy was warmer earlier. Wilkerson, pulled it. Just missed the pipe on the far side.
Went around 2 defenders, Joel, to get an opportunity to shoot at the goal.
What a shot.
Had the wrong spin on the ball. Needed to curl that one in instead of curling out.
Yep.
Easy for us to say up here.
Right. Anybody got an oxygen tank for Nami and I to run the field one time like these girls are for Wilkerson. Oh, another nice grab, though, by Vang.
Vang's been solid back there, hasn't she?
That's all you can ask for with all of that work that she's had to put in so far.
Senior for the Rangers.
Bosshard, that pass too far. Dale could not. Oh, she did catch up to it.
Just before it went out.
Bosshard back towards the middle, but no one there. Hayes tried to take it for Logan. Couldn't. Back to Bosshard. Ball pinballs around. Ouch. Right off the chest. Seemed to be okay, though.
That ball is not soft, and especially on a cold night.
I was going to say, that's sting a little extra.
Yeah.
That north wind we got blowing in. But you'll have a nice day on Saturday. I heard it was supposed to be 60, 65.
Well, we can deal with that.
You'll be in a press box, too, so.
Yep.
Which is good. You're so dainty you can't handle a lot of this weather anyway.
I'm fragile.
Yeah, that's for sure. Ego and physical. See, that's why you miss me.
Yes,
right
absolutely.
There. Ackerman coming to touch that. I was wondering if she was going to get there or not. She did. Good pass up the court. They're really looking for Wilkerson to beat everybody down. And in soccer, I don't know all the rules. I'm not going to say that I do, but you got to be onside, which means you can't sandbag into the offensive zone and just kind of hang out there. Stay right around the 20, which is exactly what you'll see with Dale. Wilkerson on the near side kind of doing the same thing. And try to utilize that speed.
But you see the strength of Central's defense here tonight. I mean, as soon as Logan has possession, it's taken away.
That's a good change of direction, though, for Logan.
Here's a chance.
Yeah, that was a really nice pass. Going from near back towards the middle, all the way to the far. Hayes was the one fighting with it. So was Aspenson. Cannot pick up, though. Dale was there. And we'll see if Central can do the same thing. Change direction. That's the biggest thing. Get that defense moving one way. Try to switch it back over the other.
Just try to create some space. Here
Goes
Dale.
Yep. That's exactly what you want. You don't want it to go too far. Dale's tracking it. Does a good job getting to it. Looks back towards the middle to Wilkerson. Bosshard, her shot. Vang there on a diving play.
Vang once again with a great play.
Wilkerson did not get much on that. Neither did Bosshard. That should have been a handball.
I thought so, too.
Yeah, it bounced right up into the hands of Bogert. Some nice fancy moves there by Bosshard. Once again to Dale, far side. Back towards the middle. Vang, not there. Wilkerson could not get to it in time. Good defense there by the Logan Luther Rangers, but right back over to the far side. Yang to Dale. Too high and out.
Second
Goalie
time,
kick.
Dale's gone a little high. Sub coming for Logan.
That's number 12 coming in.
And they don't have a 12.
Let's say I don't have one.
Perfect. Coaches, update those rosters for us.
Yeah, please do.
Help
Yes.
us out.
Well, in fact, neither coach had anything posted for a roster on With Sports. Coach Cerniak sent me his Excel spreadsheet to help me out. So
maybe it's a secret in soccer. You don't say who's going to be on the roster.
I don't think so.
No.
I would think you'd want some accolades. That's our first sub, isn't it?
It is.
The game just does not slow down. That's why you put if you have a smartwatch, put it on one of the kids. You haven't got your steps for about a week, they'll help you out.
In an hour.
Yes, that's what I mean. We played 18 minutes. I said the first 15 for Logan Luther. Have something positive happen. Just make sure that you're not down early, and they have done that. JV did win for Logan Luther. They won 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
So that put some smiles on some faces. I had mentioned, I know that Anissa will show it too at some point, but you can't see below us, but there's no bleachers. The bleachers have been taken out at Swanson Field. Going to get new bleachers put in.
Bazong Yang checking in.
Wilkerson fighting over on that far side, and who is this out on? Or maybe too aggressive. I didn't hear a whistle. Must have just been out of bounds off of Wilkerson.
Just got confirmation it was Owen Check with the walk-off winner, so I was kind of right.
Well, you had that last name.
Yeah. Jocelyn Buxton giving me the update.
You know, how did they find out so quickly? I wonder if they were streaming it.
They may have been there watching it.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah. Central not playing baseball tonight.
That's true. Got an opportunity to go see somebody else.
Yep.
Why not the crosstown rival?
Yep.
Well, the one, never mind. I better not say what I was going to say. Hayes controls. Back over that far side. Sneaking up was Bryn Bosshard. Unique situation with so many new ones in that backfield and the defensive side for Coach Cerniak.
Jocelyn was watching Game Changer.
There you go. See,
Just
they
talking
were.
about
Yep,
that. There you go.
They were.
Can do that for softball now, too, for Central softball.
Yep. Wilkerson. A lot of
she goes.
speed. Works over to the far side. Far hash. Pass off to Dale. Dale towards the middle. And a deflection by Vang, but then Bosshard is there for the goal. Avery Bosshard, her second. Got the header at 2021.
Off the crossbar. Dale sent it in high, just off the top. And Bosshard in the right spot at the right time. Once again, for the second time this year, second time in the second game, she scores the first goal. Breaks the ice for the Riverhawks.
Well, you just figured that something was going to crack through, considering what the time of possession is in this game already for the Central Riverhawks. Now you just, if you're the Logan Luther Rangers, you do not want the floodgates to open. This dam has got to be secure for the next, I would say, another 20 minutes. You don't want to find yourself down 2-0 in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes. Doesn't have another handball there off Yang.
That's so hard because the ball bounces so high off the turf. Yep. Right into her hand. Nothing she can do about it.
Nope. You're exactly right. Biondo taking that after the dead ball kick. Hayes. That's that far side. We don't know who number 12 is. You said it's not even in the official program tonight for Logan Luther. And I got that program sent to me from Mr. Ambrose. Well, this pass too far.
Joel, how about this online scoreboard working? The only place it doesn't work is Central High School, so that's a problem.
Would you say that it is working? No, you just jinx it.
I'm proud of it. I love when that thing works.
They said that pass was out on Central then. Tondola could not catch up to it. That's who they were looking for, were the Rangers, down 1-0. Bossard shut that pass down, and Wilkerson up to Dale. And got a lot of speed, beating everybody back. Dale on the far side. Shot. No. Missed it, then the hands go right up on the head afterwards. What an opportunity for Central to flip the field immediately. Has more substitutions. Borgert in.
Boy, Dale's fast on that far side. If she can get those shots on point here, she's going to have a ton of goals. Wilkerson with a great pass up ahead to her, too.
Yeah, that. And Zhang also in, I think. Is that number 9 or number 3 out there? Trying to get the number of the other substitution. We'll get it, though, for you. Remember, it's continued clock. It just keeps moving here in this first half.
Rough day for softball today, Joel, losing 10-0 at home. And heard errors were a little bit of an issue, and that's something that we have not seen early in the season for the Riverhawks. So hopefully that's just a outlier, and that's not something we're going to see more of.
Right, and the offense had really put up some good numbers so far this year, too, and to get shut out.
Yeah.
Don't know who the pitcher was for Holman, though, do you?
No. I'm out of the loop with the area softball.
Right. And it was number 9, Madden Zhang in for Central, playing the middle. A lot of ground over there covered by Hayes, but out of bounds. And once again, another throw in for the Riverhawks, who lead 1-0. How about the start for the softball season for Ellie Gillitzer? My goodness.
Phenomenal player. I don't know what she did today, but I think she's been out once that I've seen.
Yeah, she's had
a bad third strike call.
She's had a very good start to the softball season.
Only a sophomore too, Joel. You forget that sometimes when you're watching her. She's so poised and talented out there in the field.
I always think that she's in the same class as Chloe Ackerman, but that is not the case.
No. Same as Grace Wilkerson.
Right. Yeah, but we don't see her in anything else but this. Central bringing it back towards the middle. Logan's defense up to the 40, so Jong. And then Wilkerson. Taken away.
Look at the attention from the Logan defense that Wilkerson draws.
3.
Yep.
3 surround her at first. Her and McKinney are the ones battling, and Wilkerson wins that because kicked it off of McKinney, and here's your setup for a corner kick.
See if they just hand
I got
off
it,
again.
Denise. That's fine. Yeah, that's true. They do have 2 over there, Wilkerson and Bossard, and there it is.
I got to ask Coach Cerniak what the strategy with that.
Anissa's view blocked a little bit because we're right at the corner, and I moved her camera farther that way anyway, so that's why she's got the block off. Her dad's at home, so no Ray tonight.
We're cross-training Nisa so she can do more of our...
Stop it. She already told us that this is her last year.
Oh, no.
Offside. Yeah, that's not going to count. Offside on Central. I had to ask if Ray was sick or just sick of you.
Both.
Yes. Well, we hope he gets to feeling better quickly and back with you on Saturday.
Yeah, Nisa had asked if there were more jobs she could learn how to do. So I thought, well, today's a good day to try the camera.
It's a good thing she doesn't have a microphone. We don't allow her to have the microphone because of comments like that. We would prefer that we stay on YouTube. Oh, nice try by Wilkerson. Keep that in. Went with more of a side shin kick.
Almost made it work, too.
It was close. Bossard beating the defense. Horn comes up. Is that, oh, it's just on this side of the flag, which means just a throw-in. And it's Ackerman that goes to throw it in. That was fortunate for Logan. Otherwise, that was another attempt for a corner kick. Wilkerson was looking to blast. McKinney blocks.
With her face.
I think it got some of her body.
Okay, good.
Wilkerson falls over. You could tell Logan, hands on the hips, having a hard time. Another substitution. Coming back in is Hanson, one of the starters for Logan. And for Central, it's Pearl Court, who is a junior and also one of the starters for the Riverhawks. When you're this defense, I mean, you have to be on your toes constantly.
Yeah, you have one letdown and it's going to be a goal.
I mean, that's just it. So that's out of bounds off of Wilkerson, and that'll be a goalie kick. But, yeah, and that's why you're so attentive on the defensive side. You're watching everything, going to make sure that you keep an eye on Dale on the far side, communicate with everybody. And you're not only that, but you're also running. You're hustling to all these loose balls, and you're going to get tired. And your offense hasn't been able to really control anything if you're Logan. And that's why the time of possession favors Central. The score favors Central. Shots on goal, same. I don't think Vu has had a save. Has she?
For us? Lap,
yes.
you mean?
Or Lap, I'm sorry,
yeah,
Lap.
No, she hasn't. She's a lonely goalkeeper down there.
Right.
She's not had much action, which I'm sure she's fine with.
Yeah, pardon me. Sorry. Vang on one side, then, yeah, Lap on the other.
Vang has had plenty of action.
Right, I know. Too much.
Yep.
Especially, I'm sure she's thinking that.
Good clear by the Logan defense again, though.
Yep.
I've been impressed with their defense.
And making sure not to get it out on the baseline.
Right.
This is sideline only, which means throw-ins instead of corner kicks and set pieces, as Coach Cerniak talked about in his email. He mentioned it even in his keys. I did ask him for a few of his keys for tonight just to kind of get some kind of an idea of what they're looking for. He said communicate and help each other out, finish chances, limit mistakes that will limit their opportunities to score. If we can avoid giving up corner kicks and committing silly fouls in dangerous areas, that will certainly help. I mean, it's everything.
Yep.
Right now, everything that he talked about, they're doing. And we know what he expects anyway from this team. I mean, he'd been here quite a while. They've had some great seasons underneath him, too.
They certainly have. And I said at the end of the Stevens Point game, I think this team here has a chance to be pretty special. When you think about all the pieces that they have, the offense, the defense,
Yep.
Their midfielders are fantastic. And they really, against Spash, really went out there and took it to Stevens Point. Stevens Point was never in that game. Central scored 2 goals in the first, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and really dominated that game from the kickoff. This one a little bit different because of Logan's defense.
Right. But they have to pack it in.
Right.
Now, I mean, the difference is that you have a Central team that is uber aggressive offensively.
Yep.
And you saw that Saturday.
Yep.
So they're going to do the same thing here tonight, which is why, Logan is, well, let's just pack it in. We'll see if we can't get a game-changing type momentum play at some point in the game where we can flip the field, maybe sneak one. But aside from that, I think this is kind of the Rangers' strategy is more to let's pack in that defense, make sure that we're not giving up too many open opportunities.
Try and keep it close and see what can happen maybe late in the second half.
That would be my guess.
And we saw that. Remember when the boys had Devin Wilkerson? We saw teams do that. We were at Sparta that one night. And
oh, that's right.
Remember, they didn't even put anybody across midfield.
50, I was going to say, they had everybody hanging around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, just everybody on defense.
Yep.
And Central was able to still battle through and win that, but it made it difficult for the offense. Maybe that's what we're seeing here from the Rangers.
Well, and you're going to have other teams. The only team that is rated in D2 that I saw when I started looking at sectionals and things like that, and we know that the rankings don't mean a whole lot as far as sectionals or seedings. It doesn't mean anything about that. But when I did look up, Onalaska is rated. And so you know that Coach Cerniak knows that too. They're going to be tough. Hilltoppers are going to be real tough. They're going to play each other. I got to remember the date. I'll get it to you.
Holman's always pretty good too.
And Holman, yeah. And so you got a couple of teams. But the biggest difference is which team would be offensively aggressive. As Wilkerson got it in there off the post.
What a shot. Left-footed shot.
Beautiful shot. At 32, even on the clock.
Fang had no chance at that. I mean, top shelf, top corner. What are you going to do with that?
That was pretty.
Yeah, it was.
But that's what I mean is Central, I think the only teams that will really apply pressure is they have to be as offensively gifted as this team.
Right.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And Central looking for more immediately over to Dale.
This is where they get you to. They score in waves.
Right. And Yang, just missing it.
Good
May
opportunity
had a
there.
chance.
Yes, she did.
It just kind of clipped her left foot. She didn't get a whole lot on it. And look at the outlet pass. That went from the 40. You're touching it at the 20, and everybody's moving.
Bossard very, very skilled at that outlet pass. Usually puts it right on the money for Dale or Wilkerson.
And when you have middle fielders that can do that, You're going to get the change of direction and change of pace so quickly. The interesting thing will be is when a team is able to apply pressure offensively to Central, will it be later in the season so this new kind of core group of defenders know what they're doing?
Right.
Because I think that's going to be the biggest thing is the growth of their defenders will probably be the way they could move in a deep run and, as you said, be something special.
Right.
Because their offense is already there.
Yep.
Because of how much returning Coach had, even with the 4 captains from last year. They went 8-5 a year ago. And 2 years ago, we thought they were going to be really, really good too.
Well, you think of some of the athletes that have graduated from the Central side, Heiderscheit and Jarman.
Yep.
He's had some phenomenal players. And this group right with them.
Right. Speaking of Central graduates, did you see former Central grads coming back to the area to play basketball?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't see that?
What are we talking about?
Looking for UWL. Look at their Twitter. You'll be able to find it.
Was that just announced today?
I was.
Who is it?
I knew you were going to ask me the name, and I knew you would have that, or at least I figured you would, since you're always following the Eagles.
I did not see it.
I'll get it to you.
It's exciting. What a program they have.
Yes.
They had a fun season this year. We had a chance to call a couple of those games, Joel. That was fun, wasn't it?
Yes, we did. Somebody's going to hit you up on Facebook before I can even get it.
Central going with that handoff on the corner kick again.
Oh, they didn't post it either.
I think you dreamt it.
No, I didn't. I promise.
Devon Fielding?
Yes. There you go. Thank you.
Jocelyn. Thank you, Jocelyn.
Yes.
Wow.
I knew it was. I could not think of it. I saw it earlier.
That's official?
Yes.
Wow, what an addition he'll be.
Yep.
Devon can play.
Oh, I think I saw it from Jacob. From now that you say that, I should have searched him because Jacob from Channel 8. Yeah, they had it. He had it. It was a retweet. Oh, there's a bad pass from Biondo to Ackerman, out of bounds. I'm surprised you hadn't seen that.
I did not see that.
You're not on Twitter much anymore.
Of course, I was working all day, Joel. You know. Grinding, as I like to call it.
Mm-hmm. Work so hard, don't you?
I do.
That's why you get paid the low bucks.
That's right.
Because everybody knows how hard you work.
So I'm getting what I'm worth, huh?
Yes. Listen, there's going to be filler here for soccer. I'm not going to call every pass. 2-0 is our score. Central leads, if you're just joining us. Avery Bossard scored at 20-21, and an even 32 on the clock. Wilkerson scored the second. That's where we are. Time of possession, it's probably now about 33 minutes out of the 36 that we have played in this first half for the Riverhawks. What a pass there. Keeping it in to Dale again on the far side. Good heads-up play, though, for Logan and tracking over that far side. McKinney battling over. She's flipped from each side, too. She's played both sides of the defense for Logan. I should say Logan Luther. And 2-0. We're going to have halftime. We might have to put the windows in for a few minutes to get your sister reprieve. Warm back up.
Thought out.
She could walk over to the other room. That window doesn't even come off. Wilkerson. Not there this time.
Should make sure to thank Tony Service and the Logan administration for allowing. We love doing soccer games up here.
Yes.
Get a great view. We get the press box. Tony always so welcoming to us. So thank you to the Logan administration for allowing us to do these games on the road.
Yeah.
We take that for granted sometimes until we run into somebody that's not so accommodating, which happens occasionally.
True. You haven't had that yet for spring.
I have not. It's been all good. Stevens Point was great.
Wilkerson. Bended directly to Vang. Good stop. That was a good stop.
Well, Wilkerson likes to go high on those shots. Try and drop it in right over the top of the goalie. That one dropped down a little bit too quickly.
Well, and she was pretty far away.
She was.
That was a long shot.
Again, Logan just can't possess it long enough to really get anything going offensively.
No, over there it's Horn, one of the players that Coach Cerniak mentioned, a freshman, Riley Horn. He highlighted her in his email and talking about her. He said number 3 freshman Riley Horn and number 9 junior Ella Kolb. He said were athletic, they compete, and can be dangerous in set pieces. So he talked about those two.
Logan has not had a set piece tonight.
No, they haven't had anything.
They haven't had a corner.
No, they haven't had a corner. They haven't had anything. Not even like a dead ball around the 30 to try and set something up. I don't even know if they've had one of those.
So if your team excels at those, the key then is getting opportunities at those, and Logan just not able to do that.
Right, but the corner kicks, we know you have to establish. Yeah, you got to establish possession to get it down there. And this is a pass to no one. You don't have an outlet.
Yep.
And I could hear Coach Nasser to my left. He said, slow down. That outlet pass too far. And that's part of the defense. And you have that many up here and sitting in your defensive zone, you're not going to have your offensive players out on the run like we have seen with Wilkerson or Dale.
About 20 seconds left. No, 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's almost end of the first half.
Send it in, Grace. See what happens.
Tried. And that's it. Wilkerson over to Dale and out of bounds. And that is it. A 2-0 lead for the Central Riverhawks here after the first half. A goal by Avery Bossard at 20-21 and a goal by Wilkerson at 32 even puts the Riverhawks up 2-0 here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel.
Matthey Construction, a proud Riverhawk community sponsor, is more than asphalt and roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthey's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthey Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthey.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthey Construction.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
Halftime is just about wrapped up. I know that scoreboard says
It'll fix once they
Yeah,
enter the
I was gonna
time.
say,
in.
it's-
It
should
does
be
that.
40, and it's 2-0. Central up on Logan. And Nami, what do you got for us?
So remember that the Lacrosse Central Youth Dance Camp, the third edition of that Youth Dance Camp, coming up Wednesday, May 21st from 3:45 to 5:15, and Thursday, May 22nd from 3:45 to 5:15. Those are the practices. The performance will actually be getting to march in the Memorial Day Parade with the Lacrosse Central Dance Team on Monday, May 26th. They'll meet at Central High School at 8 a.m. They'll return around noon. Any youth in the area is eligible to sign up for that event and get to work out with the Lacrosse Central Dance Team and get to march in the Memorial Day Parade. Pretty exciting event there. Scan that QR code, sign your youth up. And our other live read is an exciting one as well, and that's Caden Apon and Trayvon Thompson, who have made the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association All-Star Game. They will be representing the Riverhawks on the gridiron one more time on July 19th at 4 o'clock from UW Oshkosh. So they need to raise some money for Wisconsin Children's Hospital, and so you can scan that QR code, and donate to either one of their, or both of their efforts, as they have to raise, I think, $750 in order to play in that game and represent the Riverhawks.
Don't click on that, because
Don't
then you'll
click on
just pause the video.
So yeah, so scan that with your phone.
Right.
Yep.
Congratulations to both of them, Caden and Trayvon. That's awesome.
That event is cool too, and I've been saying on the air, if you need tickets, let me know. I know those guys got a bunch of tickets,
Okay.
and so if anybody's interested in driving down to Oshkosh, I went to it last year. It's an awesome, awesome event. Lots of fun to go to.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Get to see some phenomenal football players, some guys that can really play ball, all senior all-stars, and guys that are going to a lot of big schools, a lot of YX schools. Got to see some UWL recruits down
I'm
there.
sure, yeah.
It was pretty cool event.
That is one day before my birthday, July 19th.
Well, see, you could have
So
a birthday
July 20
celebration down there at the field.
Gonna say I probably won't make it there. But hey,
Trayvon and Caden both making that event, and very deservedly so. What a season
right.
they had
Yes.
on the football field.
Trayvon would be pretty mad at me if I don't. If I say I'm not going.
Well, you know what you could do is you could donate to his cause. Then he'll be happy.
That's
Yeah.
true. I could
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
So Central looking aggressive right from the start of the second half, leading 2-0. Dale, we get a chance to see her a little bit better on this near side as opposed to the far side. Wilkerson will be over on the far side for Central. Throw in for Bossard.
I want to see
Bryn.
Dale get a goal. She's been close in the
She has.
first two games of the season.
Yes, that throw in too far. Goalie kick then for Logan. So time starts back up. 2 goals. Bossard with the first at 20:21. Second one at 32 minutes for Wilkerson, her 4th of the year. Bossard, her 2nd. Wilkerson. Yang. May Yang. Oh, off the post and in!
What a bounce.
May Yang, the sophomore, her first goal of the year. At 41:52.
Central strikes quickly here in the second half. It was Wilkerson who took the goalie kick and just passed it right off to Yang, who was
Yeah, the assist definitely going to her.
found herself all alone, lots of room to move.
How about off the pipe?
Twice now. Wilkerson off the pipe
Yep.
and Yang off the pipe.
That's right.
Little bingo, bango, bongo here at Swanson Field.
And got a good goal, 3-0. Bingo bongo. Oh, boy.
You can't say doink. That's for football.
That's
so you
true.
gotta go with something
Yeah,
else.
that's true. You
Yeah.
can't use that.
You know.
I got to my junior college basketball tournament that I had right as we wrapped up the basketball season for Central. We were in the semifinals and went double overtime.
Ooh.
But it was in regular overtime that we got a wedgie, and I called it right away that the ball gets, if you don't know, that's when the ball gets stuck in the rim.
Oh, not what I was thinking.
And, yeah, that is it. I think it's Ian Eagle that has come up with that term, and I stole it. And my broadcast partner just busts out laughing. We had so much fun with that, and thinking, well, you got to come up with something for that. You got to come up with some term. Now, I didn't come up with that term, but just like yours.
Boy, you mentioned Ian Eagle. How about that NCAA tournament for the men's Division I? Some of the broadcasters they get for that Kevin Harlan, Ian Eagle. It's a who's who of just phenomenal broadcasters. I love watching the games for the basketball, but I also love watching it for the broadcasters.
Well, you might as well watch just for this is going to go out another. Oh, good save by Dale. Off, and is this a corner kick?
I think it is.
Yes. So set play here. I was going to say you might want to watch most of those games for just the broadcasters anyway, because none of the games were that good.
Yeah, that's true.
The men's tournament just was not very exciting this year.
Not very many upsets.
Nope. NIL.
Yep.
That'll do it. Probably not going to get a number 12 George Mason type of run. This is a blasted corner kick. That's the first time we've seen that for Central. It's always been that little handoff.
However, Joel, when Duke loses, America wins, so that was good.
I had them winning the whole thing.
Did you? Yeah.
But it's not like I cared. My bracket was busted 2 days in.
You were planning on some upsets, huh? Nothing happened?
Pretty much. I watched more. I will say I watched more of the women's game than I watched the men.
Yeah.
And I watched Paige Beckers win the national championship on Sunday, and I was thrilled for her. What a player. What a person.
What a career.
Yes. All of the above.
Yeah.
She's going to have one stellar career at WNBA as well.
Yep.
Wish that young lady the best of luck. I saw another story on her today that warmed my heart about just a classmate. She didn't even really know him, and the classmate had lost her dad. He passed away during that semester. The only classmate to email her.
Really?
Paige Beckers.
Really?
Just to send condolences. Now, that's the type of person she is. Then you add in how good she is on the basketball court. So, special player. I think the Twin Cities claim her.
Do they?
Yeah, she's from Hopkins, so
Okay.
that would definitely be the Twin Cities. You won't hear that. She will not be anywhere else. That's
So my question then is, I'm not up on WNBA. Are the Lynx in the running to possibly have the number one? No.
no. The first pick goes to Dallas.
That would have been really cool.
I'm pretty sure it's Dallas. That. Oh, she'll pack that house though
Yeah.
when they come up to play. Yeah, I'm almost positive the WNBA draft is next week.
Oh, it is.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Dana said that if whoever has the number one pick, if they don't take her, that GM should be fired.
I think they'll take it.
Wilkerson. Out. I saw the flag go up. That one was out. Well, 3-0 lead for Central. I did watch the end of the men's basketball game, though. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did flip over to see the end.
Do you see the one shining moment?
No, I turned it off.
Oh, you got to watch that.
No, I
Come
turned
on,
that
Joel.
off. No, I turned that off.
It's the best part of the whole thing.
It might be. I wish they did that for the women.
Yeah. They don't, huh?
No, ESPN's lazy. Biondo. Good little pass there. Up to Borgert, but Hayes through midfield for Logan. And that's out. That should have been out on her. No, I called that out on Bryn Bosshard. Hayes, her header, though. That will come back to Central. Oh, never mind. Still saying it's off of Central.
Argument from Coach Cerniak, so it
No.
must be right.
Yep, throw in.
Logan getting it down the field just off a throw.
They are, yes, they are. It's Kolb that's throwing them in. Up to Hayes. Too far.
Will Lapp get a save opportunity this game?
I know. You wonder. That bouncing ball cleared out. Dale tried to come up to it. Horn, aggressive. Off to Hayes. Touched as it went through by Borgert. Well, the time of possession, this is helping.
Logan's probably doubled it on just this.
That's what I was thinking. They went past the 50. That Hayes shot, though, not much on it. Lapp easily with the save.
Finally gets a touch.
Yes. And a very good goalie kick. The wind helped.
Look out here.
Mei Yang. Oh, is that going to... It will just be a throw-in. That was close.
Good transition there by Logan, as that was such a strong kick from Lap. It kind of left Mei Yang all alone. They closed quickly. That looked dangerous for a little bit.
You know why it was a strong kick? She got the wind.
Yeah. Well,
the wind was with it.
And a strong leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You combine the two.
Yeah.
Flip the field pretty quickly. Now, what do we got there?
That's what I was just going to ask you. Whistle for
There
something.
was there physical? Sometimes they'll call if there was a body contact, and that's usually the whistle if this is a dead ball. Yep. I don't think they officially call that a foul, but
No, what Kate Heidersite told me, you can't call them fouls.
yeah, it's not a foul. It's like a minor infraction.
Yeah.
Listen to us. We don't know what we're talking about.
No, but Alex Heidersite's going to be joining me for these broadcasts pretty soon. And
There you go.
Then we'll get some insight.
Yes. Always nice to have an expert.
Yes, it is.
Well, that's how it was for lacrosse. I ask the dumb questions,
Yeah.
but I have to when I don't know the rules.
Yeah.
And I didn't have time to sit there and try to look it up. I was mainly there that night for lacrosse to help with graphics
Yeah.
and to run the scoreboard. And then turned out that they didn't have a scoreboard even plugged in, and our graphics were blocked out. In fact, that whole day we were blocked out. I had to use my phone.
But other than that, things went well.
I had no audio for the second half of the second game. So, yeah, other than those things, it was a great broadcast.
Some days are just like that, aren't they, Joel? You
Yes.
get here and just nothing wants to work.
Well, and I'll try to send off that link because, again, the lacrosse team will play this weekend. There is just so much happening this weekend, and I'll run through some of that.
It's that time of year.
But,
You get a nice day, everybody has to play.
We can get that up to the marketing department. They can put that out.
Oh, there you go.
Other games that were happening in the MVC tonight, too. There was some other soccer, girls soccer. Regis McDonald at Aquinas. Melrose Medora GET hosting Arcadia Independence. Sparta at Reedsburg, and Baraboo hosting Toma. So tomorrow you got boys tennis versus Boston. That's at 4 p.m. Planetarium's open again tomorrow, too.
There you go.
5:30, 8:30.
Mr. Wilkinson doing some more public shows.
And then boys lacrosse triangular at Notre Dame, 10 a.m. Saturday. Again, that will be broadcast on their YouTube channel. Boys tennis versus West Salem and a host of others. I don't know if that's a quad, some kind of a tournament, but they have a ton of teams coming Saturday, and that starts at 10 a.m. Baseball versus Elkhorn, 11 a.m. You said you're broadcasting those on
Yep.
the YouTube channel. That's a doubleheader, you said?
Yep.
Girls soccer versus River Falls is here, 11 and 1 p.m. Saturday. And also softball taking on Wisconsin Rapids is Saturday, and that's at 11 a.m. So you got your choice of anything you want to see with the Central Riverhawks coming up on Saturday.
Could go to the softball games and turn the baseball games on your stream.
There you go. And turn in for the lacrosse games, too.
And, flip back and bring two devices. There you go.
I mean, if it's parents, they'd have two phones anyway.
Yep.
Just make sure that they got you on mute. That's the biggest thing.
With the issues that I have, I'll probably be on mute anyway, unbeknownst to me.
Oh, nice fake by Bosshard. Back towards the middle. Nothing really open, though. There is not a big window. The reason why Central got that early goal was the change in the field. That they flipped the field so quickly in that early part. You know, Logan had it for just a little bit in that early portion of the second half, and then all of a sudden, right back over, as you said, it was Wilkerson to Mei Yang.
It's going to be hard for Central to score just when they have possession in the offensive side of the field for a long amount of time because Logan just drops everybody, just the entire team.
Right. It's got to be something like this where you
Right.
outrun everybody. You can maybe get a kick towards the middle, which is what Wilkerson's going to want to do. Find a trailing player. Boss hard on that, but her kick went kind of backwards on her. Ackerman with a touch. The other thing that Logan has going against them is that they are going to battle the win. So try to clear this out. Even if it's a goalie kick from Vang, it's going to be hard to clear it because you're going to have to get a ton of mustard on that soccer ball. Bossard kind of gave up on that, realizing that Kolb was there. Chloe Ackerman. Even from a defensive spot, she'll go. Is she onside, though? She was. See, that's what I mean, though. That ball went straight up in the air, was not cleared out well by Vang. And then the throw in by Central. 3-0. 2 in the first half. One more here in the second. Central
that wind
leads.
is picking up pretty
I'm
good.
telling you, yes. Yeah, Anissa's shaking her head because she's feeling it. She came in here. She's lucky she had a coach. She said it just happened to be in her car. I triple layered and brought hot tea. She didn't have a chance to do any of that. They didn't even ask me, but she was only worried. I'll tell you what, before I left, she goes, "Oh, are you inside? Are you protected somewhere?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'm still going to wear, a thick coat. No, I'm going to put this on, too, that really nice quarter zip I got."
Oh, there you go.
From back at the basketball season. Mm-hmm. And she goes, "Oh, I was talking about the equipment. I was more worried that if that's outside, it's been raining a little bit and a couple sprinkles. So just making sure your equipment's fine." Oh.
Good job, Dana.
Okay, thanks.
She's worried about the important stuff.
Yep. The more expensive. Hey, I'm the one that saves our family money by not working. So really, I am kind of the expensive thing at our house.
You keep telling yourself that.
I try. Owen's always asking now. He's been reading some fairy tales and stuff. He goes, "Well, who's the king and queen at our house?" And I was like, "Your mom's both." What? I'm like, yeah, she's the king and queen, dude.
Dad's a joker.
I said I'm the jester.
Jester, there you go.
I'm the jester. I am a dancing clown. Owen did make me feel pretty good the other day, though, because he called Izzy the royal dog. I was like, all right, you win me over with that one, kid. I'll take that. Ooh, that's not a good pass. Wilkerson. She could rip it from there, too. Maybe thinking better of that and just trying not to be super aggressive.
Keep the possession.
Yeah. And that might be the smart thing to do. I'm looking down at Coach Cerniak as well. He's all bundled up down there. But he is giving some instructions to the team, but I don't think he's really saying go super aggressive towards the goal. You're
Joel,
up.
I was thinking about what you were saying in the first half when Central encounters a team that's really going to attack.
Yes.
And Onalaska or Holman, that is going to be must-see soccer because that will be fascinating to watch. I'm interested to see how this team will hold up against that. Here's what they scored on last week or over the weekend.
It was blocked. Good play there by Vang. I thought for sure I wrote that down. I'm going to get you I only have their next game. Besides the Saturday game, they play Toma next week. I didn't write everybody down or their whole entire schedule down.
And I know I'm a little biased on this, but you think about other players in the conference. Are there players better than Grace Wilkerson? I mean,
yeah.
It's
May 1st. They will be at Onalaska, and they are at Holman on April 24th. Those are two tough games to be on the road. And those particular facilities is Mei Yang trying for her second but can't hit it. Those facilities are very tough to broadcast from. I don't think you could really do much on those. I think, isn't that even almost as bad, if not worse, than Field for Kids?
Yeah, Field for Kids we figured out. We can do Fields for Kids. Problem is they all play on the same night, softball, baseball, and soccer.
Yeah, but if you know that those are
the big games,
big games, you could try to get there, at least scout it out, figure out what – because Holman doesn't play at their football field either.
No.
And that's the unfortunate part, is really the only football field is this one. What, Toma?
Do they? I don't even know.
Or, yeah, I don't know about
Sparta.
Sparta we
does,
do know.
All soccer games should be played at this field.
Right?
That would make our life a lot easier.
Yes, it would. Yeah, that is for sure. Bossard. That was deflected. Got back over to Yang. And back out. It's long time for Logan Rangers defense to try and settle in. Give them credit. They have not given up anything cheap.
Central's had to work for their goals tonight.
Yes. Yeah. Wilkerson keeps it in. Oh, I say that was not cleared up either. Bossard had a chance at that one. That pass a little bit too far, and Hayes touches. And we'll see if Logan Luther can clear. Good pass to this near side. Brendan Bossard. Further down, looking for Dale. Not there. Bossard goes back towards the middle. Pass too far. And Hayes. That's aggressive defense there by Bren. Let's see, it's plays like that, Nami, that's what you wonder about against a more, offensive weapon type of a team.
Right.
Because if you come up and play that, you better be prepared for it. Because you could get burnt going back the other way. Be interested, like you said. But, yeah, those two on the road then. They do play Saturday, and like I said, then they got Toma coming up.
I'm feeling bad for Laura Lapp. She looks so lonely.
Most goalies will keep themselves entertained, though. I have noticed that before. Like, they do what they can. Not like she can read a book out there. Can't do her homework.
Maybe she could.
I don't think they'd allow, her algebra book or whatever out there out on the field.
Gotta be cold for her. Everybody else
Yeah,
at least gets to run around. And
that would probably be the worst thing.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't have the pants on or anything like that either. It's all shorts. And so that's probably the hardest part, is to keep herself warm and keep herself in the game that way.
We'll have to get her up for an interview one of these days. Ask her about that.
Bossard, yeah, especially on a night like this. Has she had it? Oh, Dale tried to sneak one in. Vang read it well, blocked it out, but there is a corner kick.
Dale again, so close.
Had a couple of opportunities. The goals are Avery Bossard, Wilkerson, and Yang for Central. Two setting up over on the corner. I know, again, you can't really see that.
I can't even see it.
But it is just the tap in. Bossard to Wilkerson, and that pass too far. And that is what is going to frustrate Coach Cerniak coming up on there. You see him at the bottom of your screen.
He's frustrated.
He is, yeah, because, that's a simple pass. But you got to remember, when you talked about it at our warm-up, not playing in grass very much, not practicing in grass very often. Now you're on turf. Ball moves a lot faster on the turf than it is on the grass.
Yep.
You probably played more on a hardwood floor and a gym, things like that, than you have. That would almost help you here more than playing on grass.
Yep.
Of how fast the ball moves. But that's a simple pass that you should be able to make. But you also have the wind blowing too. Dale kept it in. But did not get back to it. All that momentum took her completely off the field. This comes all the way back out to Biondo, who was helping yesterday. You said you didn't see her, but I did at the pulled pork dinner.
Hope everybody got their pulled pork dinners.
Yeah, the Alumni Association putting that on. I got to see Mr. Hunt yesterday, spoke with him. Biondo was one of the kids that was serving. I saw Jude Alvarado there too. I didn't get a chance to really talk to the kids. They were kind of having their own conversation. I didn't want to interrupt or anything.
We'll see Jude on Saturday. baseball team wondering where I've been. Remember last year I covered every baseball game, but that's because I had a son on the baseball team, so I had to be there.
That's true.
Now we're a little more equal opportunity. So Zach said to me, I thought it was equal opportunity. Why is it all softball and no baseball? Well, because softball started a week earlier and has had more games that we could cover. Baseball starting on the road at Parade of Sheen and at West Salem. And
yeah, they haven't had a home game yet.
yeah.
And you know what? Half your home games that you do for baseball, we're probably my kids and I are going to be there.
Oh, good. We'll get you on the mic.
No, I'm not going to be broadcasting.
Oh.
I'm just going to be there. Owen was so excited for that wiffle ball game.
That was something, wasn't it?
That was fun.
One of the top events of the year so far.
Yep.
That was
ASL,
fantastic.
that was fun.
Walk-off winner.
And the kids really enjoyed that. Really, they liked the popcorn,
Oh, yeah.
which I had to provide. There's no concessions that night, so I had to bring my own. They must have, I think they pounded 3/4 of that bag. I had a little bit of it, and that was it. That's all Owen talks about when we come to games. So I'm going to do the same thing because there's no concession stand at Copeland either.
No.
And so I'll bring popcorn for the kids, and we'll get a chance to see some baseball. They'll last about 4 innings. That's what happened last year. Oh, that was a quick throw-in by Wilkerson. Bosshard, that deflected. Back out. Oh, they still say it's to Central, though. So, yeah, you'll have an interview.
If she remembers.
Yep, you should have an interview at the end of this game. And like you said, once you get through some of this very busy season,
Yep.
And I feel bad, too, because I don't have time to try to set up everybody like a track coach, because that's going on, too.
Right.
And you don't have it. You can't go to those meets. That's the other thing. Sierra Freed had asked you about that prior to
We've talked about figuring out how to.
Wilkerson. Off the post on the top.
Ball still
The
loose.
top bar. Oh, another chance.
Almost banked another one in.
Yes. Would have been her 5th of the year. Already had 4. Had a hat trick. Did you throw anything onto the field?
I did. My hat.
Did you really? Yeah.
No, because I was in a press box. So
Oh yeah, and a heated press box. You were
I was living.
You were one recliner short of falling asleep at Spash last Saturday.
That was awesome. And it was cold out, too.
Yeah, last Saturday was a little chilly, too, just like tonight.
Yep.
Oh, 65 minutes through here in our game. 3-0, Central up on Logan Luther. The throw-in for the Riverhawks. Come back here on Saturday.
You could
Play
see
against Wisconsin Rapids.
You see Ian Weath, the manager, ball boy chasing after it. He volunteers his time. Graduated from Central a couple years ago and comes back and helps the program. Hustles all over the field. Love that kid. E-Dog, they call him.
E-Dog, yeah. Can't hardly see him because he's so far away on our camera.
Yeah. So the bright green jersey as he's walking to the fence there. Helps out with the UWL women's soccer team, too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wilkerson dancing, finding an opening. Got it from the 15.
Wow. What a shot.
66:30 on the clock. Wilkerson with her second.
That was a missile, Joe. Holy cow. She put some mustard on that one. I know she has the wind at her back, but oof. And again, the high goal, she's getting very, very good at locating those shots. Nothing a goalkeeper can do for that.
From the 15. The football team sure needed a PAT kicker last year. Why didn't they call her?
Well, she's only a sophomore, Coach Olson.
And she's looking for another one. Bang, sliding out. Can hear the bench. At least I can. They were getting all pumped up for that. The turnover quickly after the free kick face-off for Logan.
Wilkerson looking for another Hattie.
Yes. That's exactly what she was looking for. Biondo. Give it off to, too far.
Little heavy on the touch, but the right idea.
Yep, Zhang was running after it and onside. That's one of those plays you wonder if they get offside. Nope. It's clean. A little touch there from Yang. Pei-Zhang. Yang in. There's a chance. Logan to do something over that far side by Hansen. Kinsey Hansen, a sophomore. Logan, very young. You got Riley Horn, a freshman starting. Hansen, a sophomore starting. Antanowicz, another sophomore that's starting. Tondola's a freshman starter. Mua, sophomore. Aspenson, sophomore. That's all their starters that are underclass girls.
Speaking of young teams, did you see the Logan lineup? They do not have, Logan softball does not have a senior on the roster. 0.
Oof.
Yep, not one senior.
Well, if you remember basketball season,
Right.
they only had one.
I said it's going to be an easy senior night for Coach Morrell.
Yes.
Don't have to do anything for it. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah. That's very surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you remember basketball season, there was just the one,
Yeah.
right? It was Olivia,
I
right?
think
Olivia
so.
Sake
Yep.
was the only senior.
I think
So,
you're right, yeah.
and here for, you mentioned that for Logan, I'll count them up quickly. Does have 8 on this roster, but does it? Thal starts. And then Vang, his goalie. So only 2 of them, 2 out of the 8 start. So you figure, trying to grow the program for the future.
That's what I said for Coach Morrell.
Yes.
It's
Dale?
double-edged.
Nope. Deflected twice. Still out in front. Hit up too high. Kicked up above. Madden Zhang had a chance to get her first.
When you have a young roster like that, though, Joel, what I was going to say is it's kind of a double-edged sword. You're going to go take your lumps, but at
Yeah.
the same time, you're going to have all those kids returning if everything goes right.
Right.
And they're getting a lot of experience at the varsity level.
Yeah, the main thing is that they got to stick it out.
Right. That softball program for Logan, a bunch of sophomores that got lots of at-bats against Carmen Peterson, that's only going to help them
Right.
as they get older.
Yep.
You
See the better pitchers.
Yep.
As you see, we have entered into the 70th minute of our ball game, 4-0. There have not been that many stops either, Nami. This should be, we're kind of running pretty good. One substitution coming on is Elizabeth Gotts. That's one of the seniors for Logan Luther coming in. These goalie kicks, though, is so tough for Vang to clear out. You can see that just spin completely off to the left of her on this near side and cannot clear it. Which is the whole reason why that's just been a domination for Central. That ball coming back into your screen as it was out. Bosshard battling in the middle. Come over to Dale. Dale trying. Oh, was that touched last by Horn? If it was, it's a corner kick, and it was. A lot of Central Riverhawks trying to keep themselves warm off the bench, too. You can see a few of them running across. They're doing track style stuff to keep warm. So Bosshard just gives it off to Wilkerson. Wilkerson with the left kick, hard. The turn shot out of bounds. Everybody trying to do their best to stay warm.
Weather's got to break here pretty soon, doesn't it, Joel?
Well, I said this weekend supposed to be 65.
Is it going to stay, though?
I don't know.
We've had it a couple times, and then it goes away right away.
Yeah. That's about the average, though, 50s.
Yeah. Guess I'm just ready for summer.
Well, don't think that quickly yet. I'm not ready for summer, but certainly ready for warmer weather here in the spring. Ready to get out. You know, the kids yesterday, that ball bounces around and gets to Vang. The kids yesterday, we spent 3 hours outside. After nap time for Raylan, I guess Owen took a nap yesterday too. He didn't today, but yesterday he did. So when both woke up, I said, forget having snack and juice in front of the TV. Let's go outside. So then they had their snack and juice in the wagon. We walked Izzy, and after that, Dale can't get to that, out of bounds. After that, after we walked Izzy, we went down to Myrick.
Get that fresh air.
And played at the castle. They were playing for 2 hours.
Yep.
Dana walked with them home. They went through the marsh, did the marsh trail walk. Raylan was so excited to see ducks. Talked about it all supper time when they got home. I went down. That's when I got my pulled pork.
There you
go. Dana took them on the long walk. I went home, grabbed the car, and headed off to get some supper. But yeah, I mean, you have to take advantage of it when you can. And that's what Coach Cerniak was saying, even for his team, for these practices. I'm sure the baseball, softball team's thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. When it's 65, they probably wish they had a 4-hour practice instead of 2.
Right.
Because you're just trying to get warmed up for the season. I can't imagine what some of these – a lot of congestion in the front. Yang did a good job of getting to that, and that scoop as well for Alexia Vang. Senior goalie for Logan has certainly had a busy night. Gave up the 4, but has had a ton of saves too. This has been the hardest and the most challenging part for Logan in this second half. That wind blowing keeps the ball over on Central's offensive side.
When you think about the 4 that she gave up, none of them were ones that she should have made a play on.
No.
I mean, they were all plays that.
Well, one was a rebound.
Right.
You know, and Wilkerson's shot from the 15. What are you going to do on that when it goes high?
So you look at the box score and you say, wow, she gave up 4 goals. Well, that does not tell the whole story of what she dealt with tonight.
Correct. Yeah, you talk about you're ready for the weather to break. So are these spring teams.
I'm sure.
Just to get good practices in, and baseball team doesn't want to be practicing in the gym.
Right.
And so, same with softball. I'm sure they don't want to be at Hackett. They'd rather be out.
Well, and there's only so much space, so sometimes you got late practices. And
right.
It's just.
I was a little surprised that the girls were able to play at State Road already.
Yeah, I was too. We talked about that.
Yeah, because I'm sure you mentioned on the broadcast, but when I talked to Mark, offside there for Central.
Oh, a bunch of subs coming for Central, Joel.
Oh, yes. Whole host. Let's see.
One of my favorites, Harper Zietlow. And you can tell it's her with the bright green cleats. We talked about that at Spash. Wait till you see those, Joel. You're a shoe aficionado.
I am. Pei-Shong Yang in front of us. Who else here? You got Bryn Cook.
Here they come.
Nayaka Yang. Let's see, I'm going to miss one. Who'd you say? Zietlow. Harper, that's the one you were talking about with the.
Yep.
Did I miss one? I think
there were 4 of them.
Or did I get them all? Cook, I got 2. I think I got them all. That was everybody.
See those green cleats?
Those are sweet.
Yeah. I made her get them out of her bag today and show me in person. I had to look at those.
That's funny. Yeah, I always like kids who got the strongest shoe game.
Yeah.
Owen talks about it all the time now, too.
Owen, take a look at those shoes.
Owen had those bright orange ones on. He's got some Nike Air Force Ones that are bright orange that he's all excited to wear. So, yeah, just a couple of minutes left. As Central empties the bench. Logan Luther kind of did the same thing, though, for Coach Nasser. Let some of these other players get a chance to play. Pejong. There's Zietlow. You know the bench would come unglued if one of these players got the score.
Oh, if it was Zietlow, I'd come unglued.
You'd tell her to show her the cleats again.
That's right.
Defense really didn't change. It's more of the offense for Central. That goes out. And throw in this for Logan. Just a couple of minutes left. We'll get your sister out of here immediately so she can go warm up in the car. She should have, if she has a remote start, she should do it now.
Oh, she's fine.
Easy for you to say. She wasn't in front of the open window all night. We seem to put her in the most peculiar spots. She had to run clock for us for the last 2 years for football.
I was saying over on this side with the window in, it's actually a little balmy. I'm getting a little warm.
Could have taken a layer off then. And I mean only one, please. A little pass there. Oh, tripped up, though, was Zhang, Madden Zhang, over the far side. Oh, I did miss one. Brooke Thompson in.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
HSA kid. We
My
can't
bad.
miss her.
Yep, number 18 had subbed in. I thought I'd missed one. So Thompson in over on that far side, getting a chance to play too. So Coach Cerniak getting everybody in. We said earlier, Nami and I would not be able to play soccer. We already know that. What's the joke? You just get tired just watching them run?
Yeah, I think it was Coach Murphy from the UWO women's coach that told me that a center midfielder runs about 24 miles in a game.
Jeez.
That's something.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the conditioning of these young athletes.
That's at the college level, but I'm sure it's
Still.
similar to the high school level.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the running is still the same.
Right. The Central might have done about half of that, though, here tonight, considering how much time of possession they have had in this game.
Maya Rizwan back in the goal for Central, too.
Okay.
Missed that one, Laura Lepp.
Yeah.
Night is over.
There's only a couple seconds left anyway. Central trying to get maybe one more shot on goal, but goes over that far side to Thompson. And the Central Riverhawks going to go to 2-0 on the year, 1-0 in the MVC with a 4-0 win over Logan Luther tonight. First goal then for Bossard at 2021, Wilkerson at 32. And so it was 2-0 in the first half. May Yang at 41-52, and the last one, Wilkerson again at 66-30 on the clock. And those are your four for the Riverhawks. And you just mentioned about Laura Lapp. I don't know if she even recorded a save.
Maybe
one.
And I don't know if that'll count or not because it wasn't really on goal, but we'll
Correct,
see.
yeah. Otherwise, a great night for them, for the Central Riverhawks. For the Logan Luther Rangers, they fall to 1-2 on the season, and they will fall to 0-1 in the MVC. Now we just have to see if you're going to get your interview.
She'll remember. I have
coming
confidence
up
in her.
here.
We got to run our ads again anyway, so that'll give her a chance to.
Well, why don't you do that now, and we'll make sure that we get our interview.
We got to come back with our Munson Realty Player of the Game tonight too. We got to talk about that during our commercials.
Matthey Construction, a proud Riverhawk community sponsor, is more than asphalt and roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthey's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthey Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthey.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthey Construction.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
Four 4-0 win for the Central Riverhawks tonight over the Logan Luther Rangers. And as we said, Bosshard, Wilkerson 2, and then May Yang with 1. And there you go. The Munson Realty player of the game, Avery Bosshard, as she had the first goal of the night. Thought it really set the tone. And I realized that Wilkerson did score 2 goals, and she could have probably been the player of the game. You had her already with the Hattie on Saturday, and that's when she was the Munson Realty player of the game. What I really liked about Avery tonight was I thought she controlled the middle so well and got others involved. I know we don't have the official numbers as far as assists go, but I got to believe she at least had one out of those from either Wilkerson. Well, it wasn't Yang's because we know Wilkerson got that assist, but I think one of those for Wilkerson was off of Bosshard anyway, which give her a couple of points in the game. But again, it was her passing, some of those controls, and even on runouts where they didn't necessarily score, did the Central Riverhawks, it's still those quick passes, the change of direction, the flips of the field. That's all done by a middle, and Bosshard did it very well.
You know what she reminds me of is a point guard in basketball, just facilitates to everybody else, got a goal on a rebound, or got her goal. Was it on the rebound?
Yeah, it was a rebound.
Yeah,
Yep.
got her goal. And
it was a header.
And that's because she's always hanging around the middle of the goal there. But really, her job is to facilitate, pass those long balls out to Wilkerson and Dale, and she does such a phenomenal job at that. Really gets this offense moving.
And you could tell that she keeps them inbounds, too. Right. It's not – she had a couple here and there that went too far, but I give that to the turf more than anything else. So – that's why we said that she would be our Munson Realty Player of the Game. So congratulations to Avery Bossart and the Central Riverhawks for getting the 4-0 win over the Logan Luther Rangers. And again, they do play again Saturday, against Wisconsin Rapids. So if you want to come out and see this team, you can come right back here to Logan Field Swanson Field here at Logan High School because they take on, River Falls. It's Wisconsin Rapids that plays softball. Yep. River Falls on Saturday, 11 and 1 o'clock. So you got the JV, then the varsity coming up on Saturday. And then their next game, I believe, is against Toma, and it is on the 15th. And I think they'll be at Field for Kids on that particular day. But you've got a big Saturday. We've ran through everybody that is competing throughout lacrosse. Almost everybody's at home. Softball, girls soccer, baseball. You're going to have your first broadcast coming up on Saturday for baseball at Copeland Park. Get out, see some Riverhawk athletes do their thing on either the pitch. You talk about the baseball field, the softball diamond, even the tennis court, because the boys tennis has a bunch of matches coming up on Saturday. So there's a lot going on, and I know that hopefully you'll get as many updates as possible throughout the day when it comes to all of those actions that are happening. So Nami, best of luck with you on Saturday at Copeland, and thank you for having me tonight too, because I know I can't cover a lot of things with you throughout the spring season, so happy I was able to come on tonight and help you out with girls soccer.
Just like the old days, the A-team back together. I love when you're back with me, so we should make it happen more in the spring.
Especially when it's the F-team most of the time, just with you. But no, well, you got Mr. Hansen helping you out.
Hang on, I was complimenting you, Joel.
I realize.
Okay.
I realized what was happening.
So usually you would follow up a compliment with a compliment.
No, I like the compliment sandwich.
You go the other way.
I like the negative, and then we end on the positive. And we do need to thank Anissa, your sister Anissa George, for helping us out with camera work tonight too. So appreciate her. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel as the Riverhawks get the win 4-0 over Logan Luther. Good night.